like to not really do much of planting. I like more of watching it grow and seeing what happens to it over time with other animals, going around, seeing what use that plant does to every single thing, because it always has a use and it's usually food. Yeah.
Our Schoolyard Habitat program is one of our flagship programs. We've been in collaboration with Department of Fish and Wildlife for over 8 years. We're now branching off to do kind of our own thing, and we're really excited by this transition. Our Schoolyard Habitat program is aimed to provide like living classrooms so students get to actually internalize that relationship in a way that you can never do in a book. And it's been missing from our curriculum maybe forever. It is kind of a new way of approaching science education, but I think it's the only way we're really going to grow a cohort of people who understand ecology. Schoolyard Habitat starts out with a very cool design process. The goal is to have students engaged in it, to learn about the plants, to learn about their space, which is different from schoolyard to schoolyard. So what is the light need requirements? What's the soil look like? What is the temperature? What is the rain, water needs? We bring in these plants and help with the design and the layout and then the implementation of a habitat. We also then connect that to citizen science projects like the Lab of Ornithology at Cornell, Ladybug projects. There's all sorts of organizations that do great tracking and monitoring with monarchs, like Monarch Watch. And then there are organizations that take information and data and plot it, like through iNaturalist or Seek. So we're trying to connect like citizen science, stewardship, the deep understanding of nature, and it's all kind of packaged in this bow of fun. Like, it's not like you're asking kids to crack out a math sheet. Like, you just walk out and you like take a little magnifier and you're like, go look under that rock. And you realize when you do it that you are tapping into some real basic human need to connect.
I also like just going under, looking under rocks, stumps.
A lot of the boys, of course, love to, lift up logs and look for, bugs and worms and things like that.
We explore in the garden, and we do art class in the garden, and we see lots of creatures.
I really like seeing surprises.
I've been in this garden volunteering and working and for I think 7 or 8 years now. And in that time, I've had a lot of different experiences with kids. Some to my utter surprise when, they've never seen a worm in the soil, or their first time seeing ladybug larvae.
Insects that were spiders, ants, worms.
I've lifted over a stump in the garden and all of a sudden there's this giant potato bug, which really creeped me out, and half of the class wanted to kill it, but I didn't want to because it's just life. It's not its fault that it looks like that. It's nature.
Sometimes I like finding the other animals.
We saw a rotting gopher, and we named it Mr. Gopher, and we buried it, and my whole class went crazy about it, and we did this whole ritual thing. It was very fun.
Bees, wasps.
They just naturally go nuts for it.
I've discovered a gopher snake.
We get to, stumble onto those moments of, caring for other animals and things through moments like that. That without the garden, you know, how would that happen?
Ladybug, inchworms. Okay, what was the inchworm called again?
And that's the kind of thing that administrators don't always get to see.
I really like sunflowers because they have a lot of ways to connect to life. I like red-winged blackbirds, and they always like the sunflower seeds.
Schoolyard Habitat is trying to meet that moment, meet that need through supporting schools and getting these living classrooms existing in their spaces, providing curriculum for students to go out and meaningful lessons so that it's not just an opportunity that doesn't get met.
Through the School Garden Network, we got the Schoolyard Habitat grant, and it really changed our garden quite a bit for the better, I think. We would come out and do our journaling in the garden, so listening to the wildlife that's attracted, a lot of birds. You can dovetail it into so many different lessons, but the kids just come out to the garden during recess too. They'll spend their free time in the garden, in the wood chips, you know, looking around for things and just exploring. And it's really neat to see that.
It's not just about growing a tomato. It's about like filling a need, a human need that is not being met in schools right now.